Football Unknown.
Hey everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Football Unknown Podcast. I am your host, Kuro Rosary, and today we have a new guest.
Yes, today you have me, Richard Thompson. I am from Jamaica, and I currently attend the University of South Florida.
Nice. Hey everyone, before we kick off this week's episode, I would like to announce that Football Unknown is now officially sponsored by New Tempo, a brand new apparel company that is dedicated to improving the accessibility of the beautiful game to all here in the US. They have just launched their all-performance tee for both men and women, and I think they're beautiful to train in. I personally like their stretchability, their elastic recovery, and their resistance. New Tempo is donating 10% of all earnings to the US Soccer Foundation that provides children who live in underserved communities, enabling them to thrive in an active and healthy lifestyle through soccer. So make sure to check them out before the shirts run out. And be sure to use the code UNKNOWN to get $5 off your order while supplies last. Now let's hop back into it. So hey, I think this is the first Jamaican we have on the pod, man. So you're born in Jamaica, right?
Yes, was born
and raised in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So you're you're part of the Reggae Boys, right?
Yes.
The Reggae Boys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, man, I'm gonna kick off with the first, the famous question on the Football Unknown podcast. When was the first time that you fell in love with the game of soccer? Can you recall that? Can you remember that?
I'm going to be honest. My first time playing was about 11, 12, 12 years old.
Okay.
I was a track person.
Oh. So
Yeah,
you were doing track before you started playing soccer, or?
Yeah, I was a track. I was running for about 3 years, 2 years.
Yep.
And that was majority of my teenage years coming up.
Okay.
And then I gradually just started to move into the primary school level back home in Jamaica.
Okay,
they would call it.
Yep.
And I started playing for Corinaldi Avenue Primary, maybe at the 5th grade or 4th grade.
Yep.
And from then I discovered a new talent, and I just pursued it from there.
Really? So did you love track?
Definitely, I would say my first love was track and field.
Yep.
I was very outstanding.
When were you exposed to track? How old were you when you were exposed?
It was maybe 4, 5 years old.
So from like a very, very young age.
From a very, very young age.
Yep. So you were learning, the arts of running. So and then you said you first started playing soccer in 5th grade.
Yeah.
That was in primary school. And then you said you fell in love with it?
Yeah.
What position were you playing at the time?
At the time I was a striker or a winger. So usually the regular accustomed to like 4-4-2.
Yep.
And I was either one of the twos or I was one of the wingers.
Okay.
Back then, because obviously it's just at that age you just needed to pursue, or you just needed to be dominant in speed. Because
I see. Yep.
yeah,
Absolutely.
so
yeah, nice.
that was just a start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the first competitive team you joined? Apart from playing, so was it just your school, or did you also play for a competitive travel team or a club?
Yeah. So at that time, I would say 2-3 years after that,
Okay.
maybe at the age of 14, I joined the Montego Bay United Football Club.
Okay.
And that's one of the first tier teams back in Jamaica.
Okay.
And I just joined the youth level, which was at the time I'm playing under 12, under 14. And that was the first time I left the island, when I played with Montego Bay United and I went to Canada.
Okay.
I think we had a 2-week tournament
Okay.
in Pickering.
Okay.
I'm gonna be to be exact, Pickering,
Okay.
Canada.
Mhm.
And that was then that's literally my foundation for club, or where I got the exposure
Absolutely.
for professional league back home
Okay.
at Montego Bay United.
So how did you come to join Montego Bay United? Was it a coach saw you, or did you just say, hey, I'm gonna try out for that team? How did that go?
So it was so I think they had a competition,
Okay.
a tournament at the facility, Mobile United, and my school was there, which was Corinaldi Avenue. And at the
Okay.
time, it was under 12, under 13, as I said, and we had a tournament there, and we balled out. Corinaldi, we won. We won, I could say, against Howard Cook in PKs.
In PKs.
Yeah, in PKs, because it was a tight game.
Yeah.
And after that, like directly, the coach, the directors of the academy
At Montego?
Montego Bay, they reached out to me directly, and
Nice, man.
like after that, because my parents and everyone was there,
Yep.
and then it was just from there when we had to make a decision where
Absolutely.
I'm going to join this club, and then
Nice.
it took off.
Yep.
Yeah,
So fast forward, you're in Canada. Now that's the first time you're traveling overseas.
first time traveling.
Okay, first time playing against, clubs that's not Jamaican clubs, right? How was that experience for you, man? Walk me through that.
It was phenomenal. Like I think I have a video online. I don't
okay.
remember specifically how to find it,
Mhm.
but I was interviewed on the last day,
Okay.
and I don't know why they chose me, but I was interviewed, and that tournament, I think we won 3 games and lost 1 game, which was the final game. And at that point, we were U13s, and we played the U15.
What?
We played the U15 of Pickering that day.
Wow.
And I'm gonna say, I mean, it was the best. Like, it was dominant.
Yeah.
We
On the
were
wing?
dominant.
On the wing or you
Yes.
striking?
Yeah. I was playing on the wing.
On the
as
wing.
well. Yeah, and we were dominant. Like, the crowd was good. The atmosphere was good.
Yeah.
For a youth
U13,
club
15
or a youth academy, youth tournament, that was great. It was the first time I maybe played in front of such big audience.
What are some things you learned from that experience, right?
All right, so first of all, we went in the summer, and it
Okay.
was cold, man.
Cold in the summer in Canada.
At that time, we
Yep.
went in June, and it was cold. So I would say adopting to certain atmosphere
Okay.
just because of football, because that's what you want to play.
Absolutely.
It was like very interesting for me, and I went back home to start thinking about, if I go here and I'm gonna play, I can't be
Yep.
complaining about the cold, so it was all just a learning experience with
Absolutely.
that. And also when we were playing against these bigger guys,
Absolutely.
these older guys,
Yep.
it was very competitive, and the level, the standard of the game.
Yep. And the different playing styles as well.
And the different playing style, we had to rose to that occasion. And then, at that time, I knew that, like, this is it. Like, this is where you're gonna have to change momentum sometimes just to be the better you,
Yep.
right? And just to complete that progress. You know?
Absolutely.
So it was all a learning process for me, and then I took it back home, and then I just started to mold or to
grow.
perfect my craft.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely. So you come back home,
Yeah.
right? And then you were 13, 14?
Yeah,
at the
13,
time?
14 at the time.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
what was next for you, man? You came back home like you come out with like a fire burning in you,
Yeah,
man.
so
what was next?
Yeah, so I came back, and at the time, I went straight into high school. So obviously 5th, 6th grade, 13, 14, and I went into high school. And this high school, I went to Herbert Morrison Technical.
Secondary school, right?
Secondary
school,
I mean, yeah, secondary
from
high
the
school.
islands, you get it. You know,
from
you
the
know what I
islands,
mean.
yeah. So I went there for Herbert Morrison, and Herbert Morrison is known for track and field.
Okay.
All right. So just because of generations, my brother, my mom, my sisters, they went to Herbert Morrison, and
You were good
so
as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
tradition. So I went there. So our rivals was like Cornell College, if I should say, Cornell College.
I think I've heard about Cornell College.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
Cornell College, a very dominant high school back home, right? And when I got to Herbert Morrison, I had a player with me. I'll mention his name, Solano Birch, and we were like dominant high school that last year. Primary school, we were dominant players for our schools, right?
Yep. Leaving the primary school.
For the primary schools.
Yep.
So we came there, and then we realized, or we spoke to the coaches, and we were like,
It's a little bit different.
this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And if I know the saying that where one or two are together, you know? And like, I just made it like a point to him, like, we're gonna have to step up.
Yep.
Like we're gonna have to let this be known right now
Mhm.
that Herbert Marshall can play.
Mhm.
All right, so that era went 2 years. We played under 14 competition. So
Okay.
this is the era where it's like the smallest level to the Dacosta Cup level, which is the
Okay.
highest in high school.
Okay.
Right. So
Yep.
you would usually play U14s and U16s there.
Wait. So is there like different like levels in high school?
Tiers.
There's some
Yes.
tiers in high school as well.
So in high school we have 6
Interesting.
years
Okay.
or 5 years, right?
Yep.
And when you just get in high schools, you get in at age 13, 14, some people 12.
Yep.
And then 2 years by, and the next 2 years by, it's you're 15, 16, you can't play U14 levels again. All right. So
Okay.
at that point, we played 1 year in U14 and we smashed it.
Really?
We went to the quarterfinals in maybe 10 years. Herbert Morrison,
Maybe
which is
10
not known for
years?
which is not known for soccer or
What
for
changed,
football.
man? What
Man,
changed?
it was me. It was us, man.
Yeah.
I would say it was us.
So what did like when you guys went over there? Like, did you guys change the culture of the game of like the culture of the team?
I mean,
And like, was it like the level? Like, what happened?
all right, I wouldn't say the culture because we in previous years it was like they wanted it to happen. So
Okay,
but it was
okay.
just not.
Happening.
It was not happening
Mhm.
because they didn't have the quality. All the qualities, they all went to Cornell College,
Mhm.
Racine High School. Those,
Yeah, I see
so
that.
so they were the only ones who were like dominating in the football era.
I see that.
And then we came in.
Yep.
Then our first win against Cornell College at any level was my team.
Really?
Was my team.
Was it in the
It was a U14 level. So we beat Cornell College,
Yeah.
the mighty Cornell College
was
under
it the
14
playoffs
team.
or was it like
No,
just a
it
normal
was
game?
it was they were
Yeah.
in our zone.
Okay.
In our zone or in our bracket.
Yep.
Yeah. And we beat them 3-2.
Really?
3-2. One of the most exciting games in high school, I would
Mhm.
say.
Mhm.
And at that level, U14 levels.
Yeah. Wow.
Man.
Even at the U14, man, it's so competitive in Jamaica, huh?
Crowd.
Really?
Everybody from the school. We
Yep.
were up 2-0, I think. We were up 2-0,
Oh.
and that's when everybody came. They were supporting us.
Really?
Everybody came. We came down to the fence and we were just cheering on.
Yeah.
Because obviously
no one
it's a
expected
first.
it. Yeah.
It's a
No
first,
one expected
you know?
it to happen. Yep.
So we went on as well and we dominated that. We went to the quarterfinals for the entire competition.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's when it started with the football and where I really loved it. I would say you asked me the next level,
Mm-hmm.
and in that competition, the U14 competition, that's when I went to the national on the 15 teams.
Really?
Just from U14s at
Yeah.
Herbert Morrison.
Absolutely.
I would say because I was dominant in that era because I was the goal scorer and main.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you were building your resume, man.
That was my building stage of my
Yep.
resume.
Mhm.
You know, everybody you heard about Richard Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
The quick one. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then that's when I
Really.
went into a practice game at U14 level. So the Jamaica under 15 team was already selected. They had a
Okay.
pool.
Okay.
Right?
That
And-
was before they contacted you.
Yeah, this is before they contacted me.
Okay.
So they had a pool, and then like I would say Montego Bay. Montego Bay had a selection. So the Jamaica, the national under 15 team,
Mm-hmm.
came to Montego Bay,
Okay.
and Montego Bay United, that club,
Mm-hmm.
was responsible for that mini game.
I see.
So I
I
went
see.
there and I was representing Montego Bay United at the
Okay.
age of 14. So
Yeah.
at that,
Mm-hmm.
and man,
And then it was just up from there.
I just
huh?
balled out, man.
So how did they contact you? Was it like through the coaches, through your parents?
Yeah,
How
so-
did that go?
it was just a game. I heard nothing from them there.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of compliments then, but we won that game. So we beat the U15 team.
Okay.
And 2-3 weeks in just training at the club, Montego Bay United. And this is like summertime. So
So weeks after.
weeks
after that game.
Weeks
Okay.
after that game.
Yep.
And I just got a call and messages from the director from Montego Bay United. It was
Okay.
like, the national under 15 team is interested in you and they're
Interesting, man.
coming for a camp
Yep.
or whatever. Like, you
Yep.
know. So stepped in, and then from that,
So how long after that, realizing that, Jamaica national team under 15s, like they want it, like they're interested in you and like they're inviting you over to the camp. So how long like was that before you went to the camp after that call?
yeah, I mean, the call came like, or the message came like a Monday, and I had to go to Friday.
Oh,
So it was quick.
days after.
It was quick.
Yep.
And then the good thing was I was in Montego Bay United's club, so I was there training.
Yep.
And everything was, I would say, I was pretty much prepared.
Yep.
And went in.
Yep. How was that, man? How was the camp experience? Tell me about that. Walk me through that.
I would say, man, it was bad, man.
Really?
It was. So I would just say differently. It was a bad experience for me, but I learned from it, and then
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
not saying that the atmosphere or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
was
yeah,
good,
yeah.
was bad, but
yeah.
it was just
like a first bad
me
experience
going
for you.
in. Yeah,
Yep.
me going in. All right. So it was like Jamaica. Obviously, you must or heard about Kingston.
Yep.
So we got 14 parishes, and Jamaica's football federation is known for the Eastern era, which is the urban era, Kingston, St. Catherine. So
I see.
I
might
was
see where you're going
there,
with this.
and it was maybe 3-4 players from the Western, and I was like lost.
Really?
Man. I was like, what am I doing here, man? These guys are better than me. I just can run.
Okay, I see.
And then like some training sessions, I will be there, and I'll be so like closed off from everybody. I would be to the right and to the left, because I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
These are all players that I don't know. If I even tried to communicate with them, it was just not flowing.
Yeah.
You know,
It just
and
didn't
then
feel right.
at that time, my personality was not just open like that to just go ahead and
Yeah, and
speak
it's
to
like
everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, so for me, it took me about. So when they call the camps in, it's like weekends. So they call us Friday, you train Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you go home.
Oh, okay.
And you go back to school if school is in session. Yeah, and then the next Friday, if
come
you are
back.
like dominant and they
call you back.
they
Yeah,
call
they
you
call
back.
you back. Okay.
So I was like consecutive for a time, for a good time. I know maybe 2 months or so, and then like before the 2 months caliber hit, I was there for a month, and then that's where I started to like
opening up, and
opening
then, like,
up,
getting used to
getting
everything.
used to it, because I realized like I need to make this now my new home.
Yep.
Like I need to
Yep.
get used to all the coaches, all the players.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are weeks when you're gonna see different faces and all, but there are a pool of players that are constant. Like they do not go.
Yep.
So obviously they have a bigger or a higher, I would say, demeanor there. So they're like, okay,
Yep.
I made this team, I'm there. So it's just
And they feel more confident.
And
you
they
know,
feel
'cause
more confident, comfortable.
They're used to the level, used to the playing style, used to everything.
all right, good. And then the coaches were like, there was this Western coach there, and he used to talk to me or call me one-on-ones and he'd be like, this is what you're not doing, this is what you're doing.
Okay.
So I had guidance. Right? So I mean, that was the under 15 level.
Yep. Okay.
If I'm going forward again to the U17 level.
So you stayed. You managed to be one of those players that was like that. Never.
Yes. So yeah, and I
So you worked your way up, man.
worked my way up. I was
you
there.
Earned your spot.
It was maybe 3-4 of us from the Western that
Area.
made that team.
Okay.
Like we were there for the final 20
Absolutely.
camp,
Oh.
and then I went to Cayman with them for the U15s.
Oh, how was that?
That was good. It was good. It was.
What
great.
was that? The first time representing Jamaica?
Yeah, that was my first time representing Jamaica.
How
and
was
then,
that, man? Finally representing your country, bro.
And-
Even at a young age.
Oh
maybe
my
15,
God! I
you
think
know?
at that time it was high school now, so I'm in
Yeah.
the 9th grade right now, or the 8th grade I should say.
Yep.
I was there in the 8th grade, and I was there with the under 15 team for like a month, 2 months. Then we went to Cayman and we came back, and as I came back from everybody, man.
Yeah,
Like I was in
absolutely.
high school, and then at that age, at 14, 15 years old, I really stamped my class there.
Really?
So I was there now. Now I had confident and all levels of like a surety that this is it. Like,
Yeah,
you're
this is
gonna
what I wanna
play
do.
ball.
Absolutely.
You're gonna play soccer. You're gonna play football. You know.
Absolutely.
So I made it there. We went to Cayman like twice because
How do you perform? Like, what would you say? You know, like your overall performance for that?
oh,
first
for that, I
time?
wasn't a starter as well. I wasn't a starter as well, but
Yep.
I was definitely like a player that who's gonna be going on first.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So for me, I went in Cayman. We played 4 games. I remember we played 4 games, and I was subbed for
Yep,
all those
absolutely.
games. Right.
Yep.
I think 1 game I started as well. You know, so like sub, and then he started, and then I came
Yep.
on again. So it was just a good experience for me. I wasn't expecting to be like a dominant, you know.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
to be a part
good
of the
building
team,
block,
yeah,
you know?
and to be a part of the team, to be that person from Montego Bay who's gonna be like you're stepping up in the thing,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
And that was the era.
I also don't think that a lot of people understand, bro, the pressure that you face in those situations where you're working your way up to that spot, to being able to travel with the team, to making that 20 list, and then coming off the bench, you have to perform.
I have to perform.
You know, so how is that? How are you able to handle that pressure, right? Coming off of the bench,
Yeah.
to play those like 20 minutes, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and show what you got.
Yeah. It was really much all confidence, man. Like,
Absolutely.
you would want to come on to show something. I was nervous, yes, but my confidence overshadowed that, you know.
Yeah.
And with that, it just showed me that I had the ability to
just keep
compete at the national stage as well, and even against these players or these fellow countrymen. You know.
Yep.
So for me, I would say it was confidence.
With confidence.
Yeah, confidence.
Okay.
Right.
Nice. And then now you come back.
Came back, and I was in high school. Now
Back to Montego?
At Herbert Morrison Technical.
Okay.
So I'm there at high school, 9th grade now, 9th, 10th grade, stepped into the U16 right now. I played, at that time, usually the U14s, U16 plays with the big competition, which is the Dacosta Cup.
Yep.
At that time, I was already in the Dacosta Cup team.
Wow.
At 16.
Yep.
So I played, it's 5 years of high school. All right, the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade.
Okay.
I played U14 to 7th grade, and the 8th grade, I missed that part, I played the Dacosta Cup.
Okay.
So the 8th grade, I was number 4 as the shortest kid on the field.
Yep.
And I was just with the team. You know?
Interesting. So you're playing like above your age group, right?
I am, yeah.
Way above your age group.
I was like 14, 15.
Wow.
That was like a little bit before the U15. So I came back now and from the U15s, and the U15s were supposed to in a CONCACAF qualifiers, and it all got canceled because of some CONCACAF and FIFA.
They had something.
They had something going on, and it the under 15 competition, just the qualifiers, like the official. It was all canceled. So
damn, cancel or postpone? What, did it cancel?
It canceled for that year. I think FIFA didn't have some. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Yep.
I think I could research it and I can find it. But at that time something happened with them with CONCACAF, and then it was just
canceled it. Damn.
It canceled.
So,
it was off. So from then it was just focusing on high school and the Dacosta Cup. So at age 9, at grade 9 and age 16, 15, that's when I was dominant right now in the Dacosta Cup. So I wasn't playing U16 anymore. So I stepped up. So maybe previous players from the U14s were playing the U16s, but me alongside with like Salana as well. And David, all those guys from just from that era at that U14 squad that really dominated. We were now the guys who are gonna step up to dominate the Dacosta Cup as well. You know? So stepped in from there, and then we did our thing. I think we didn't go as far as we supposed. Yeah, we had hoped to, but it was good, you know.
The experience,
exactly.
You know, what did you learn from that experience playing in the Dacosta Cup?
All right, so playing in the Dacosta Cup, I was, as I said, 15, 16.
Yep, one of the youngest boys there.
Youngest boys, and we had like really good teams in our zones.
Okay.
Cornwall as well, as I would say. And I don't know if you were like knowledgeable with the Jordan Fletchers, the Peter Lee Vassals, all that. They were all playing against us as small as we are, you know. And obviously they were dominant there, but we got to play those teams with big crowds, big audience. They had like, obviously they have better quality as well because they're bigger and better players.
And they've been there, you know.
They have been there and they've been through that era. So it was just
a learning
experience and a growth for us as well, because even after that, at the 10th grade, we were there again. We were stepping up again.
Exactly, you see?
Some of those guys left, you know? So that was us again. But I would say the Herbert Morrison era didn't go as well or as we hoped. But that 5 years for me, it was like that constant squad growth. It was constant for us. So at my level, I did step up. That group of boys that I had at the U14 levels that came up, we stuck together, and we just built that like momentum or that culture of like Herbert Morrison is back. You know, just for that light in the clouds. Herbert Morrison is back. You know, turn the light back on. To see that we can play soccer. We can play football. You know? Absolutely. And then, so obviously from the U15 levels, you know, now we're at the Jamaica under 17 levels, right? So. They called back again. They called you back again. They called us back again because we're in that pool. Obviously, you were representing then, and then you didn't fall off. You're still in your Dacosta Cup, bro. And you're performing. They're looking at you. So I was there, and
they called you back U17s.
Yeah, U17s, and it was a long era. So it was like Jamaica's federation started to try to get the group of boys to build more chemistry, to build more like of a momentum and like relationship wise. So we were with the U17 teams for maybe 4 or 5 months. Oh, and that was like, I had to move. That was first time. So I'm living in Montego Bay with my parents, and I had to move at the age of maybe 16, 17. I think I was 17. And I moved out, and we were living in Kingston now with the Jamaica Federation and it was from January, I can remember. So I used to travel like just to America to have holidays at Decembers and stuff. And I was in New Jersey at the time when I got the text from my coaches back home, and they were like, "You've gotten invite again to the national under 17s, whatever, and it's in January you're gonna need to come in, and this is where you're gonna have to start preparing for the CONCACAF World Cup, which is the U17 World Cups." And I was there for maybe when I came back, I was there for like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks constantly, and then 4th week pass, no call, 5th week, no call.
Wait, so you know, you came back from New Jersey.
Yeah, so I was in Jamaica now.
Yeah, back at Montego Bay. You know, waiting for that call to go to Kingston.
Yes, so I got that call, and I left the Friday, was there for that weekend. Next weekend, I don't remember specifically. Next weekend, yes. The other weekend, no call. Next weekend, no call. And I was just there. I'm like, man. And then in that time, they went to Trinidad to like just play friendlies, Guyana. So they made those 2 trips, and that was like their players that they were working with. And I was there, and I was.
So you were up in Kingston and you were training with them, but you weren't on the list to travel.
So I made I made those 3 weekends to training.
To train with them.
To training with them, and then the next 2-3 weeks I wasn't called. And then the next 2-3 weeks I wasn't called, and then they went to
the Trinidad. Trinidad and Guyana.
To play those friendly matches or friendly games. Guyana,
and nothing.
Haiti, nothing. Right. So I was there, and so at that point, if you're not living with them or not traveling with them in Kingston, I was back in high school. So I was there, and everybody was like, "Yo, what's happening? Hey, you're not there.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, yo? No invite. The Jamaica team went on. They didn't see you. So at that time, I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Exactly, you know, what is happening to me? Like what, you know? And then again, the Jamaica U17 team came to Montego Bay to have another friendly against. I mean, it was not a club this time, but it was just St. James. So St. James is the parish, and the capital is Montego Bay.
Okay.
Alright?
Yep.
So
So what was it like? The top players from St. James.
so it was the top players from St. James, and they were like they just brought us together to play that game.
So how did they decide the top player? Like, was it like the coaches from the different clubs?
Yeah, not you. Maybe the high schools.
The high school
At the Dacosta Cup level as well, but who are in that level at that age group what can just show on,
So they were recommending the players.
And so it was like it was like a trial.
It's like a trial.
It was like a trial,
something. Yep.
So I was there, and
hey man, you went over there for that.
We got the call. Yeah, we got the call that so at that time, maybe the whole week Jamaica's U17. Now we remember they're preparing right now to move or to get on to the CONCACAF
U17s.
That's the
World Cup.
That's the World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah.
That's the team that you want to make.
Absolutely. That's the one. That's where all the exposure is, man.
So that team coming up and just, where they're gathering players and just checking out everybody. And, I was there for 2-3 weeks as well. I didn't go. I didn't travel with them.
Yeah, for a while.
And then they came back and they were going to play St. James. So I'm like, all right. My coach was like, he didn't even speak to me, like to say, you need to, and we just went there just to play the game. And I was at that time, remember, I'm a winger all this time. And that day,
left or right wing?
Right wing back.
Okay, right
wing back,
okay.
right?
Okay.
I mean, I can play the left, but I don't prefer it. I prefer the right.
Yep.
So I was there for maybe a week, and we just tried to train. Like the coaches. So every day you leave high school, you would just go to that one facility where maybe 5-6 coaches from different high school in that parish would just come and they gather. I mean, the first day you had maybe 60 players coming in, and then you just start cutting.
Yeah,
so it came down to that 20, and we were there and we trained together. That 20 trained together for like 3 days, and then we had the game on a Saturday. So
against the team, against the
Jamaica on the 17 team. So I'm there and we have everything set. Saturday we're there. Right back was supposed to be there. Didn't show up. And my coach is like, and he said, like, you're gonna have to play that, man.
Oh,
you're gonna have to play that.
No.
Right now we have nobody.
And before that, did you ever play right back in your life?
I hated defending.
Oh
man.
my god.
I don't want to be so bad. So
exactly.
Far from the goal.
Like you said, bro. You like one of your attributes is speed. So you want to be up there making those runs and like doing your thing, bro.
Like take on 2 players too.
Yep. And then again, you finally getting to play against the Jamaica national team U17s. You want to play in your spot.
In my spot where I could perform, man. I was there and we had 2 wingers who were the most skillful and dominant in the era of U17s.
On your team?
No, I'm not on my team. On the Jamaica on the 17. So you had Kareem Paris. He's at Dynamos right now.
Yep.
He's a broad. He has a pro team.
Okay.
And you had Elijah. Okay. He's at Oakland Roots right now.
Okay.
He's at Oakland Roots right now. So all those players are pros right now.
So that alone shows the level.
Those guys were
nasty.
They were bad. And that week they were like playing like parishes. So it was just like a pick out. Came there and right back I was playing there. Halftime, man. The Jamaica coach came to me and was like, why weren't you playing like this when you were on camp?
Wait. What was it? Your coach or like the Jamaica
national under 17
came to you?
Came to me at halftime. And he was like, why weren't you playing like this when you were on camp?
Right back.
At right back.
Yep.
I'm like, I've never played right back up there at camp. I was playing
right wing.
I was a winger up there. I mean, it was never in your mind,
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, this is different. This is a different Richard Thompson. Where did I, And then
really? And you said you hated playing defense?
I hated playing it, but I was just a player who is going to do whatever I'm told.
Absolutely.
Wherever I have to
wherever
play,
you need it, you're gonna get it done.
Yep. And I just went on the field.
Did your thing, bro?
As a right back and I was just playing. I was catching up those wingers, those fast wingers. There's 1v1s. I was dominating. I was winning. I was going up. All those stuff that I didn't know I could do. But obviously it was a baby stage for me because it was the first time playing it there. And then
halftime he came to you.
Halftime he came to me and halftime I switched my jersey. It was halftime. He gave me the Jamaica. I was in the Jamaica kit in the next half.
That's crazy.
And he was like, I want to see you playing with your wingers now, like on the next week. So
Wait.
yeah,
So you came into that game
playing for
Okay.
St. James.
playing for St. James, thinking, okay, man, it is what it is. I'm just gonna come do my thing, play. Okay, thinking you're gonna play right wing. Turns out the right back didn't show up, so they have you playing right back.
Yeah,
Okay, never played right back ever in your life.
ever in my life, man.
First time playing right back against those top wingers. Played so well that the coach from the Jamaican national team came to you and was like, nah, switch jerseys. And you left there with the Jamaican jersey.
I was playing with the Jamaica under 17 second half.
Wow.
I was there, but I didn't go with them because obviously they were playing with their.
Yeah.
But played with them, man.
You played with them, and how did you do?
Yeah,
man?
we did well. I don't remember the result of the game, but it was quite an amazing game.
Okay.
Yeah, especially knowing that I had to switch out. But
Wow, man. So you left that day.
day, the coach spoke to me before, and he was like, "We're gonna have to give you a call. We're gonna text you and something or whatever."
That is
Mind
crazy.
you, this is maybe January, February. This was maybe February. We leave for qualifiers in May
Okay.
of the same year.
Yep.
So the qualifiers was in May in Panama.
Okay.
I got that game on February. It went up and started training with the team. I just got a news, like there was just a news on in Jamaica on the newspaper or whatever.
Mhm.
Jamaica selects their final 24. And
Okay.
I'm like, this is literally, I just played like one game
Yeah.
against you guys.
Yep.
Maybe a week after or 2 weeks after, the JFF selects their final 24 for CONCACAF Panama. I was blown out of my mind.
Really.
Like, this was the team I needed to make. Like,
Yep.
before the months of traveling and getting everybody,
Mhm.
it was they were doing their thing. I was thinking, I got dropped and
Exactly.
negative thoughts and stuff.
Yep.
But I was just like, obviously I made that confidence overcome
Yep.
again.
Absolutely.
And
Damn. So we just have to wait and see the
we
announcement.
just have to wait, or there's gonna come like a weekend and they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna go back home, go back to your parents and stuff for the week, and then come back. That's just usually how it is.
Yep.
And the coach said to us before, like, it's coming down to crunch time, but he didn't say anything. When I saw that news, man, with that final 24, and I was there, and I'm like, yo,
What was going through your head? At
all
that
those,
point,
I
bro?
was like, how does that other right back feel? Like, because he's been there for months playing with them,
Yep.
travel with the team and stuff, and I'm here, and I know it was an injury,
Yep.
but
And you just took his spot.
I just dominated there, man. Man,
Yep.
was the greatest news at that time, man.
So did you get a chance to go see your family after you found out about that?
Of course, we had that.
You
time.
know, so when
'Cause
you
we
went back, what happened,
everything, man. It was obviously we were there training for a long time because
Yep.
we had to stay together. So
Exactly.
maybe we had a weekend off.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
at that time we were
time.
we were training now like during the weeks,
Mm.
and also our long stay was in Kingston. That's where we live now, and they were like giving us online school there as well because obviously we're still in high school.
Yep.
So it was just like a new home for you. And then I went home that one evening or one weekend,
Weekend. Yep.
and
What happened
they
when
knew
you got?
they knew the news because
Yep.
they seen
They saw it, yeah.
and like back then they had the cameras and stuff at our trainings, so you would see on the news preparation
Yeah,
for
they
we're
would see you
there.
training
So
a little bit.
So we're there, and the news was already known back home, and like
Just waiting for you at that
I'm
point.
there.
Yeah.
I'm actually at that level right now, the U17 levels and stuff. And
What did they say, man? What did your parents
my
say?
my dad
Yeah.
was so proud of me, my
Absolutely.
brothers,
Absolutely.
because they, and they pushed me and they were like, yo, this is the next start for you, man. This is where you have to buckle down and stuff. And we went to the CONCACAF.
So wait, I have another question though.
Yeah.
How many players from the west region or the west side of Jamaica was on that 24? Only two of you guys. Only two of you guys made that list.
No, let me say three.
Okay, you said three.
So there was a center back, a left back,
Okay.
and me.
And you.
And I was a right back / winger. I was a right back / winger for them.
Okay.
Right? But
Yeah.
yeah. So it was three of us: Shane Ricketts, Calvin Allen,
Mm-hmm.
and me.
And it was you.
Everybody else, Kingston,
Yep.
rural
Yep.
era, everybody
Mhm.
from.
I get
Kingston.
it. I feel that. Wow. So it felt good, man. It felt good, repping the West Side.
Representing U17 and the West Side, Montego Bay especially, and from then everything just took off.
Wow. So let's move on to you're in Panama, right? It was in Panama the qualifiers.
Yeah, Panama,
right?
Panama.
In Panama.
So we're in Panama, and I'll share a little story.
Yep.
So I had 5 months left on my passport.
Oh.
I had 5 months on my passport, and I made sure we tell the JFF directors and all of that.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the case that I have right now, blah blah. Oh, you're good. Yeah.
And that was before traveling to Panama.
That's before
right?
traveling.
Okay.
Maybe a month.
Mhm.
So we had a lot of time to just get that done. Right?
Yep. Please.
Fast forward to the airport. Right?
Uh-oh.
My God.
Oh my gosh.
She was like, he can't travel. Man.
No.
Bro, I have faced so much adversities, right? And I was there, and I think they were late, so it was like they couldn't stop, and so they called like the shuttle bus with the Jamaica people, and they came for me and stuff.
No, wait. Hold on. So you guys were at the airport together, and then you see everyone's checking in and getting their shit together, and then you're the only one, and they're telling you cannot travel.
Cannot travel.
And then the team's already late, so they can't wait.
Yeah.
So they have to call someone to come pick you up.
Yeah, I had to call somebody. There was I think it was a manager.
Yeah. So no one was able to get the passport stuff situated.
Nobody. I mean, it was.
Well, they were able, but they didn't get to
yeah,
it.
but I mean, it's fine. You're gonna hear after.
Okay,
So
okay.
it's like, so obviously, maybe I think it was we left the Thursday,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
We had a game the Saturday against USA.
Okay.
He came to pick me up. Went back to the
The facility.
where
Yep.
we were staying and stuff.
Mhm.
I was there, and I told my mom the news. It was, why didn't you get it? I was like, I'm not wrong, because I
Yep.
told
You
them.
told
They
them, yeah.
knew
Yeah.
of it,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just like, in a blink of an eye. That same night, they left the Thursday. That Thursday,
The Thursday night.
that Thursday night, I was at the facility. I got a call. Someone came and they took my passport and they just took off.
Wow.
Took off. Friday morning, passport's ready. Everything's ready. My
Everything's
flight
ready
is
to go.
ready.
What?
But
Oh, so
it
they were
was-
working. They were like, nah.
They were working. So
Yep.
everything, just to show you, it took them maybe less than 24 hours to get that
to
done.
get everything done. Yeah.
For me to travel. And I've been telling them like from months or weeks before
Mhm.
that, yo,
Please, like, hey, this is what's
I
going on.
only have 5 months on my passport. I don't
Mhm.
really think I could travel out of the country
Yeah.
with that. But yeah, it worked. I had to travel. I think that was maybe the worst flight of my life.
Really?
But I was there. I was in Panama. It's Spanish, right?
Yeah.
I had no clue. I'm 17.
Wait, so-
I had no clue.
Were you the only one traveling it? Like
I'm
you
the only
by
one
yourself?
by myself.
No one.
No
you
one.
know?
They made sure they told me wear the Jamaica gear
Yeah.
with your bag, and when you reach the pickup area
Yeah.
in Panama, the airport, you just when you see you're gonna look for somebody with a Jamaica
Oh, and
sign
they'll hold up,
holding up.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
man,
Oh man, so you
I
have to
don't know
navigate
where
to the
to
airport all by
go.
yourself.
I've been
and-
asking people. I'm not seeing anybody who speaks English.
Yeah. Oh man.
It took me maybe 2 hours to get out of there.
Wow.
Because I was on my phone
Trying to
phone's
translate.
not working because I have no Wi-Fi and stuff. So it was just
Yeah. It was a mess.
it was
just
a mess.
Yeah.
That was a Friday. We had training the same Friday evening
For the game on Saturday.
for the game on Saturday. So we had a run through, and like before I left Jamaica, I was on the phone with the coach, and he was like, "Man, you were starting." I was like, "Sometimes you face adversities." I was starting against the United States, man. I was starting, bro.
Oh my god.
Now Shane Ricketts at that time was a center back / winger.
Yep.
So he had to step in at the right back position, All right, so he was playing the right back
So-
position in that game.
So you made it with the team?
Yes,
on
and I was a
Saturday.
training the
So you were
Friday.
training the Friday.
Yeah, reached his game day now.
Okay.
I'm
Saturday.
there.
Yep. So he came in and filled in the
He
role.
came in, and I came on the 60 minute. I think I
Okay.
have that. I have that video as well. I came on the 60th minute, man, and I came on as a winger, right?
Yep.
I guess obviously Shane Ricketts was dominating. He was good, you know, man. Play. I was so nervous, man.
Really?
So nervous. This is the World Cup qualifier.
The World Cup qualifiers against the U.S., man.
I'll tell you.
So wait, what was the score when you came in? Like, what was the situation before you?
It was 1-0.
1-0.
But the game ended 3-0. We got 3-0.
Okay.
But it was 0-0 when I came in and stuff.
Okay.
Everybody started cramping. My center backs, we had, and it was Panama Heat.
Yeah, bro.
The Panama Heat was crazy. We had 4 or 5 water breaks during that game.
Yep.
You know, so it was like that was like a major factor contributing to like a lot of injuries that season or that competition. A lot of people's.
Absolutely.
But for the US, man, I was playing against Dest. I was with Josh Sargent, Timothy Weah, Jordan Akinola, plays for Canada right now.
Yep.
Class players.
Class players, bro.
Class players. Just the names that I've called right now, you know where they are right now, man. Man, I went on the field. I was so nervous. So nervous,
Yep.
man.
60th minute.
60th minute. I have so much time to play, man. But 76th minute, we went down 1-0. And from then, man,
Yeah, it just
came tumbling down.
Oh,
man.
no.
Our center backs or goalkeepers getting cramps. Everything just went downhill from them. But it was a good experience, I would say, man.
Yeah.
So I played then.
What was the structure? Was it like a 1-game knockout, or was it like?
Nah, it was a zone.
You have like a zone.
Yeah, it was a zone. So we had
And
USA.
Like how many teams were making it through? Two or
Two.
one? 2 out of 4.
Yeah, 2 out of
teams in the
4.
group?
So we had USA, Mexico, and El Salvador. We came third.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
They give you guys the hardest group.
Especially, this is CONCACAF, right?
Yeah.
So the hardest teams in CONCACAF are the US, Canada,
Yep.
and Mexico.
And Mexico,
And we got 2 of them. We got Mexico and Canada.
And El Salvador is not bad too, bro.
And it's not bad.
El Salvador is good.
Yeah, so we
gosh.
got those 2
Yep.
teams. We went through the tournament.
So second game against who? Canada.
No, the second game was El Salvador.
El
Then the
Salvador,
last game
it
was
against
Mexico. Yeah, we got bopped by Mexico.
Bro,
man.
Mexico is.
Yeah, we got bopped by Mexico.
Man. But
Then-
so what did you learn, man, from the overall experience playing, at that level?
At that level, man.
What were some things you took away from that experience?
I mean,
that
I
helped you?
learned
as a
so
player?
much from them that things don't normally go your way or how you want it to go. When you face adversities, it's your role. It's your responsibility to make sure that you overcome these adversities, these
Absolutely.
obstacles.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's 24 players, and I'm the only one who got left behind. You know, I was in Jamaica by myself. All that time gave me like insights. Yo, things can't happen.
Yep.
You have to keep your head in the game.
Absolutely.
I was able to still travel the next day, still participate
Absolutely.
with
Yep.
my team, and I
Yep.
still went in like confidence to just
Absolutely,
to show
man.
that I'm good. I'm all right.
Mhm.
You know.
Man, God was on your side, man.
You know,
God was
and
on your side.
I stepped up and I did what we had. We did what we had to do. We tried, you know,
Absolutely.
and we represented Jamaica with, we all represented Jamaica
Absolutely.
with a big heart. You know,
Absolutely.
we came out third in the group as well. US and Mexico went through, and it was just a great experience for me.
Absolutely.
Like,
And it was some good exposure, like whether or not you got anything from it, it was a good exposure.
met
too.
some really nice place because we were in the hotel with USA as well.
Oh.
We had Haiti.
Yep.
There was another African. There was an African country. I don't remember which one was there, but we had Haiti there. We had USA in our hotel and stuff. So
yep.
we like days where we would just have off and stuff. They would be in the lounge and like playing pool and stuff.
Oh, so you
Met-
able to hang out?
Yeah, we were in the whole hotel. So
Okay.
I was getting time with
Yep.
meeting new people.
Wow,
learning
man.
so much stuff like from the players themselves, you know,
Mhm.
telling us about like their academies
Yep.
in USA.
Yep.
We were in Jamaica, so we were like comparing stuff and
Mm-hmm.
knowing that, oh, this is where we want to go. I want to go in the USA, you
Yep.
know, to start making moves and stuff,
Mhm.
you know. So for me, I would say I've learned everything. from there,
Exactly. Like
man.
you
It
learned a
was-
lot. It's
It
a
was,
really,
it was a
really
great
big
experience.
learning experience for you.
Knowing that I got dropped and
Yep.
came up back, we
Man,
picked
that
it up
yeah,
back and I made
that
that
was a
team.
big growth.
Big
period.
step for me, man.
Yep, absolutely.
To know that, and I always think about it and talk about it, like to know that track and field was my life, and just to transition that year from at age 11 or age 12,
Mm-hmm.
which is late, very late.
It's very
I have
late.
never controlled a ball before I was 12. Never kicked a ball before that age, 11, 12. That
Really?
thereabout. Never have. It was always taking off my slippers and we're gonna run. Or we're gonna race. My neighbors, my friends.
Bro,
it was never
when you
picking up.
said you first started playing around 12, I thought I thought you were like playing before, but you took track seriously and then
Hey, no, man.
never played it.
No, man. Yo. Primary school, man, I was like the fastest kid in my
that is
primary
crazy,
school,
bro.
man.
That
It
is
was
insane.
when
That
I
is
tell
crazy.
people are like, wow.
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 Yep.
But I remember my coach at primary school then at age 12, I was training for track the day. Like it was on the track field.
Mm-hmm.
And he was training the soccer team, the football team back at Coronado Avenue.
Absolutely.
And the ball came over to me and I just kicked that.
Mm-hmm.
Just kicked it back at him. I was like, no, you have a good kick. You know? And then he came to me at track practice. And my coach was there as well. Like my track coach was there. And he was like, is he training tomorrow for track? And I'm like, nah, he's not training tomorrow. I'm gonna give him a pair of cleats and he come back and come and train with us. That was my first time like football.
Goodness,
Man, I don't know what to do. I was in training. I was like kicking the ball with my toes, all that stuff, stopping the ball like this, trying to,
Trying
no
to
clue.
figure it out.
Figure it out. I was, and then
Wow, man.
he was the first one who put a football on my feet.
So talk to us about your growth, right? Because you said you never played.
I never played, man.
How did they, guide you and turn you into the player you are now, man? Like, teaching you how to control the ball.
Yeah, so
and
I
learning the
mean,
game. How did that go, man? Walk me through that.
it really took some time.
Yeah.
It really took some time because again, I was accustomed to it. I was accustomed to just running.
Yeah.
Like, and I will share too, like that the coach then, he stuck by me. Like
You
there were
supported
days, there were days when I had track and he was like, go on, go run, man, go.
you. Yep.
Track events, I got to go there, I got to play. We had games as well, and he was like, nah, man, you're fine. I'm not taking you from the love and whatever,
Mhm.
At that time, 11, 12, I'm in the 5th grade. I'm 11. So I'm like, yeah, all right, boom, I'm going there, coming back, and I'm like, let me try to play soccer some more, because, like, obviously you want me on the team
Exactly.
and stuff.
So
and
yeah, absolutely.
just started to balance it out,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Regardless, I was not dropping track, man. I could not.
It was your love at that time, man. It's all you knew.
And
all
I
you
was like
loved.
dominant, because like at that time in Montego Bay,
Mhm.
I was the quickest.
You was the guy.
I was the
in
quickest
track.
there.
Yeah.
So I couldn't just put
Leave
it down, just
Yeah.
leave it, for soccer,
Yeah.
soccer, which I don't know anything
Mhm.
about at the time. So growing up with him, with the soccer carnality and stuff, it was just always like, this is what you're gonna do. You're a player that's gonna be running at these boys. When you reach that end line, you cut it back and you just pass it on top.
Mhm.
And I was just destroying players with
Yep.
my pace, going
Yep.
down the line, and
Wow.
started to learn how to like just cross the ball, hit the
Yep.
ball.
Wow.
I mean, 3 months in at high school, I knew how to control and stuff. And
Wow, man.
still
That
wasn't the best.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
Still wasn't,
even-
obviously,
Even now, I wouldn't say that technically I'm like a par, but I'm there,
Mhm.
but I'm not.
Yep. Hey, man, to be representing Jamaica and for them to seeing something in you, bro, like thousands of players in the country, fighting for a chance to represent the country.
Yeah.
I mean, there was something special about you for them to see something, That's crazy that it took you that sort of a period to get to that level.
Yeah, it
of
was really
football.
quick. to be honest, it was quick. Like
it's quick.
it's just 2 years and that, and I was not in like basic trainings.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't in academies or knowing that.
Exactly. You had to work your way up, man. To work your way up.
Didn't even know which foot I would use, but I just stood there and I was like, all right,
Absolutely.
right foot.
Wow.
Just use the right foot, man.
So fast forward after that experience, man. What was next for you?
U17. So yeah, so I went back to high school,
Yeah.
which is Herbert Morrison, which is just my last year at high school there, which is the 11th grade. So I was there and went and played my last year at Dacosta Cup again, finished that era. Now I had a choice. In Jamaica, you have this like step where you would call it junior college here.
Okay.
All right. So you would back home we call it the sixth form. All right. So this is where your 5 years are done, which is your fifth year, and then you move on to your sixth, which is your sixth form. Right.
Wait, is it like A level? Do you guys have A level?
A levels.
A-level.
You know, A levels, but it was just like if I was to try to equate or to see where the level is from home here, it's junior college.
It's junior college, absolutely.
Junior college, right?
Yep.
So
so can you even play soccer at A level?
You can, because you're still a part of the high school.
Oh,
and high school, the Dacosta Cup or the Manning Cup, the high school competition, it's at age 19. So at age 19, that's the last.
Okay.
Right?
So you could still play.
So at that time I'm 17. Yeah. You know.
So
I have
now
2 years.
You have to make the decision.
I had to make the decision if I want to stay or want to just leave or leave high school, going to some college in Jamaica. I tried because I was a track. Obviously, I wouldn't say that. Wait. Let me just go back for a minute. When I came back from the U17s,
okay.
I mean, you see how I am now?
Yep.
Physique.
Yep.
I was bigger than this.
You were bigger than this.
I was bigger than this.
Really?
I was bigger than this. So I was maybe at that age, at 17, I was huge. Leg, arms, and then I started. Obviously, the soccer is done. I went back to track.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I went back to track and I'm like, no, this is not me, man.
Yeah.
Started like, obviously you making like runs, 200s, like just flush runs and stuff.
Yep.
And persons who are never near me, man, like are burning me. I'm like, no way. Had a whole meeting with my coach in high school. This is the 10th grade. Had a whole meeting with the coach, and he was like, this is what's happening right now.
Oh, no.
This is what's happening. Your body is now accustomed to that type of training, that type of lifting, whatever.
Yep. So
your muscles now are not turning over as fast as you were before, but you're still fast, you know? So you're making the cut, but you're fast, but you're just not making the cut right now.
Yeah.
You know, so this is what's happening to you. Just to clarify what's happening.
Just let you know what's up. Yep.
So that was like 10th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade. I came back from Panama. And I started like just doing like relays. So I was not... before that, I was a dominant 100 meters, 200 meters sprints.
Oh, wow.
That's me.
Yep.
I stopped. Everybody got faster than me, so I just stopped.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah, and then I started to do long jump.
Oh.
And then I just started moving back. Long jump, I'm like, not running anymore. I'm just doing long jump. And I'm like, yo, all right, this is it. Drop the towel. So was that the 10th grade or the 9th grade? I just said, yo.
You stopped track and field?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
This is, you know. But at that time, I had soccer really going good for me.
Yeah, soccer was
so
going
I
good.
had
So
the
you
choice.
You know? Like eventually you would have to choose.
Had to choose.
And I think it was like a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
I would say.
I would say too.
Yeah.
And it was a good time it happened too.
Yeah, good timing too.
At the U17
really?
levels. I was 17, 16 levels, 16 years old
Yeah.
when I had to do it. I think my last events was the champs when
Okay.
I did long jump. I did good in that as well. So I knew I had like the potential.
Yeah, you were good, but like you just knew that that's just not.
Yeah,
what you
because
do long
everything
term.
changed for me body wise and just how my body would function or you know how to structure. You know, I was just too big to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I stopped and I had like, it was always a dream for me to go to Calabar High School when I was younger.
Okay.
You know, because Calabar in Jamaica is a dominant high school in track and field. Like all the good runners from Jamaica or in the Rua area are from it. So at the 11th grade, I'm thinking about
Moving.
up this step now. I
Okay.
don't want to stay at Herbert Morrison because, I want to go into the good era now. At
Yeah.
this time, I have played the U17 levels, and all these players who are on the team as well are from like Kingston College, Jamaica College, Calabar, St. George's,
Yeah,
all those
the
good,
top
all those top
schools.
high schools in
Yeah.
the Manning Cup. So
And at that time you had one more year to play, or was that your last year? And
yeah, I
then
had one more year
one
to
more
play.
year to play
And
before
then,
A level.
No, it was the A level.
It was the
So it
A-level.
was the 11th grade now where
Yep.
you'd move to the 12th or the 6th form for your A levels, and I'm
Okay.
like,
Should I go? Should I not?
it's not even should I go. I need to
Oh, so
put
you mean-
myself out there now.
I see.
I mean, I dropped track, so now the
Yeah.
Calabar coaches are not looking at me. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was at the
Ah,
supermarket with my mom one day. Obviously, I'm out of school right now, which
Yep.
is Herbert Morrison.
Yep.
And I just have the summer to prepare to go to another school, right?
Mhm.
So I'm in the supermarket and I saw a message on Instagram, and it's from Jamaica College.
Oh.
So this was like the manager or the person
I know, but I've heard about Jamaica College.
who runs this, like the favorite soccer page
Yep.
on Instagram, and they
Okay.
texted me. I'm like, what
I've heard about Jamaica
in the
College.
world?
Yep.
This is Jamaica College, the Jamaica College.
Yep.
I'm like,
Absolutely.
And before this, when I was at the Nationals U17 levels,
Yep.
there was all these coaches there because their players are there,
Mhm,
obviously.
mhm.
And not one had said something to me saying that, oh, I want you at the college and stuff. But they had it in their mind,
Yeah,
in their
absolutely.
plans.
Man, why are they
Oh,
so
we're
like,
taking-
secretive about
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
bro?
Oh, I'm gonna take this guy from Montego Bay. We're gonna take him up here to go,
Yeah.
And got that text, and he was like, "This is what we have for you. How much years do you have left to school before you're 19 years old? Da da da, blah blah blah. We have an offer for you at Jamaica College." And I'm like, I showed my mom, and she was like, "I can't read that right now. I don't know." My mom always wanted me to stay at Herbert Martin,
Okay.
and plus my mom is not really soccer or football, so she
Yeah.
want me to get school. Herbert
Yeah.
Martin is a good school,
Yep.
like academic wise and stuff, but
I
also
see.
is Jamaica,
Yeah.
so Jamaica College, and then showed her and stuff, and I got on a phone call with the coach, and he was like, "All right, this is what we're gonna do right now.
Okay.
Maybe in the same week, we're gonna book a bus for your parents to travel up to Jamaica College
Okay.
for the Friday or the Saturday,
Yep.
and you guys gonna tour, and we're gonna show you and tell you everything that
The
we're
same
gonna
week.
offer. It's the same week,
Okay.
quick." Went up there with my mom and dad and everything. Jamaica College is a boarding school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is me just, again, moving away from my family as well. So we went there and
Did the tour.
did the tour.
How was it,
Mom and
man?
dad loved it, everything.
Really?
And then plus it was just, they were covering a lot for me and
Yep,
stuff, right?
yep.
You know, so it was like, all right,
Wow, man.
now we have a choice.
Yep.
So it's Herbert Morrison, you're going to stay there, or this is Jamaica College. Nah. 2 weeks passed by, St. George's again. But their offer was just like they didn't offer us a tour to see whatever.
Yeah.
So they don't have a campus. It was not a boarding school, so I had to live in Kingston with somebody. I had nobody there and stuff. So at that point, with that, knowing that I have to just move in with somebody, we just took that off my mind,
Yeah.
So I just went straight to Jamaica College. And this was just this is the era now where obviously I'm coming from the national under 17 teams. Now I know all the Jamaica College players. I know all the people from there.
Yeah, because that's where them boys are.
Most of the players were from. So
so man, so it didn't feel like
it didn't feel
it felt like home in a little sort.
in a sort, you know. And then back home you have the Dacosta Cup, which is, as I say, the western parishes, and the eastern parishes or the urban area plays Manning Cup.
Okay.
It's the same competition, but it's just different names, right?
Leagues, absolutely.
Different names.
Yep.
And knowing that I was going in the Manning Cup, is like, this is the next step, man. This is Manning Cup. This is not different. This is not the Costa Cup anymore.
Yep.
It's Manning Cup.
It's another step.
This is where all the players are like class players. These are,
Yep.
And you're at
level
Jamaica
you want to
College.
be, man.
And you're at Jamaica College right now. So
Man.
at the time I made that move and stuff, knowing that I was about to be a part of Jamaica College, Man, I think the preseason or would start like in August. I'm there from July, mate.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what you need to do.
Exactly. You have to, get there early, put in that extra work.
Put in the work.
Knowing
that I don't really know much of the team, but I know some players who were a part of the national team. Yeah. So
were the other players there in July, or was it just like
it was there. There were players there, but there was mostly U16. So they have U16 as well. So I was there training with the team, and all like the Dacosta Cup players, they weren't training because it's. At that time, July is where the U16s tried to make that Manning Cup team.
Oh.
So I went in there and I was...
and then you were just training with them, because why not?
I was training. I was getting training and getting familiar with the coaches of school and everything,
So
I would usually go there for like Wednesday. I would go there Wednesday, train Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and go back home to my parents on the weekend and stuff.
How far is the drive
It's
from
maybe 3.5 hours. Yeah. Straight from... It's west to east. You're literally just going straight across the country.
Wow.
Jamaica.
Yep.
So took that step, and I would say I played 2 years at Jamaica College. I won the Champions Cup. I won the Manning's Cup with Jamaica College. I was the right back. I started.
Oh my goodness.
I would say I was the starter. I was the starter both years.
Wow.
Both years at Jamaica
So how many
College.
years can you do at Jamaican?
Just two. You only can do two years there.
Okay.
Because at that time you were 17.
Yeah.
When you moved from 11th
18,
grade.
19, yeah.
So you're just 18, 19.
And then you're done.
And you're done.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
And
wow. So both years. Just doing magic, man. Just going off with the team.
And I'll share this. Like, I think a lot of people will know about this.
Okay.
Back home, my first year, when I just left Montego Bay.
Okay.
Jamaica College was versus Cornwall College in the Champions Cup final. In the Catherine Hall Stadium.
Yep.
So we have two stadiums back home.
Okay.
We have the National Stadium, which is in Kingston, and then we have the Catherine Hall Stadium, which is in Montego Bay. So I went back to Montego Bay with Jamaica College.
That is crazy.
To play
back
Cornwall
home,
College.
Yep.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
Man, I don't know like the specific amount, bro, but
walk us through this.
So much people, man.
You have to walk us through this. So you travel with the team from Jamaica College.
Yeah, so I'm with Jamaica College now. So we've played the league and we won the zones and stuff.
Yep.
The Champions Cup, which is like Champions League, where everybody from that era. Manning Cup, Dacosta Cup. So obviously Cornwall College was the dominant Dacosta Cup, and Jamaica College was.
So it's a two top dogs.
So the tops, we coming
in
the Champions, which is the Champions League, right?
So you travel with Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm playing with
driving
Jamaica.
down to the west side.
Yeah, man, to the west side.
Okay.
Back home.
Man. Come off the bus.
Oh my days.
Tell me what you see, man, walking off the bus.
I mean,
reach
to the stadium.
Okay.
I mean, we traveled there like 2 days before, so we were there just to get settled. We were at a hotel and stuff.
Okay, I see that. Yeah, walk me through that.
Anyways, we're at the game day, man.
Okay.
The game was like 7
p.m.
7 p.m. and like 6.
So it's under the lights.
Yes, under the lights.
And it's a different feel when you're
Trust me,
lights,
listen
man.
to this. This is the first time I'm playing on Catherine Hall Stadium.
Oh.
This is the first time I'm playing in that stadium.
Yep.
And I had to do that at Jamaica College because obviously I'm not at Cornwall College because it was my rival and I was a Herbert Morrison and we just didn't reach that far. Back then.
I see that.
So all these opportunities came when I went to Jamaica College. Now I'm at the stadium and 6:30 you were hearing horns, celebrations, just pumping.
Yeah, just hyping it.
Wild atmosphere, man.
Yeah.
Crazy. So much people, man. I'm telling you. And they knew that Richard Thompson from Moby.
Yep,
from
absolutely.
Montego Bay United. Herbert Morrison. Oh, he used to play for Herbert Morrison.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember my friend, Solana Birch? When we reached that 11th grade, we have to, either we're going to stay, but obviously.
So did you guys part? You guys went.
So now we part.
Okay.
He went to Cornwall College. And I
went to Jamaica College.
So now I'm playing against my best friend, man.
And it's okay. So you were playing a right back or a right wing at the time?
I was playing right back.
Right back. And what was he?
He's a winger, but he was on the
On the
right
other
side.
side,
He was on
okay.
the right side, so he's playing against my left back.
Ah, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Okay.
and sometimes he switched to midfielder. But man, talk of the town.
Goodness.
Sana versus Richie. Who's gonna win?
Really?
Man.
I'm guessing everyone came out to see that game.
Oh my god. Man, I'm telling
You know.
everybody from Herbert Martin, which is the high school, everybody came out, man. Atmosphere was crazy.
You still got the support from the
man.
fan, man.
I still had support.
Yeah.
You know, but 99% of the support was for Cornell College.
Yeah.
Me, even the Herbert Martin fans, some of them they're going for Cornell College as well. You know, because Solano and stuff.
Yep. So why did they choose to play in that stadium in the Cornell College?
I mean, it's a final. It's a big game.
Yep. And
it has to fit the fans. So Jamaica,
so then they just
all the
decided-
fans from Jamaica College or from Kingston area came down,
I see.
and all the players from different schools who are like players.
Yep. Yeah,
Everybody's
exactly.
gonna carry their family and stuff.
They
Obviously,
want
they
to
want
see
to see this big game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, I mean, we ended up losing 1-0. So,
Ah.
man. We lost 1-0 to Cornell College, man. Oh my god!
No.
But
Yep.
that experience
I mean, it was a crazy experience, man.
eye
Oh my
opener, man.
goodness.
Back home in front of all my fans,
Wow.
all my people.
And was that
who
your
I
first
left.
year? Or
That was my first year.
Your first
as well.
year. Okay.
Yeah, first year.
Your
That
first
was my
year.
first year. So took that,
Yep.
and I'm playing against Cornwall College again. What I beat 3-4 years ago
Yep.
and stuff. If you're thinking about it, that team at U14 level where I was playing, it's the same team.
Oh, it was the same team.
It has
so
to be the same team. Era. It's
Yep.
an era. So
Yep,
everybody
absolutely.
coming up, and now they're at the Dacosta Cup stage.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So everybody on that team,
Yep.
I mean, from before, everybody I knew, every
Yep.
single player on the Cornell College team, they knew how I played, they knew what I.
So you knew, because your team is Jamaica College, so you know all the boys there.
Yeah.
And even before you knew all the boys there, and then going back, you knew all of the guys on the.
Of
Cornell
course, I
College.
knew
So
everybody
you knew
on
everyone.
Cornell College, every player, and plus summer leagues. I don't know if you know about you must NPSL here, USL too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like that. Summer leagues, it's just straight parish, so you play against parishes.
Yeah.
So at that time, every time when you go back, or where I would go back
meet
for.
them, you play against them.
Yeah, I'll play for St. James
Yep.
at that time, and all the players, Cornwall, and everybody, we come back there and play.
That's
So
good, man.
we still
Yeah.
have that camaraderie
Yeah,
right there, you know.
absolutely.
We still have that
Absolutely.
connection there.
Yep.
So from then, stepped
Wow.
up and finished the second year, and then 2020, 2021. Now it's the time for you decide what you're gonna do now.
Yeah.
College, home,
Yeah.
what you're gonna do, work,
So what happened after your second year? So you finished off your second year.
Yeah.
How did that go? for
Yeah,
you?
that went good as well. We
Yeah.
won the Manning Cup that year as well. We
Yeah.
lost 2 finals that year as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
All right. all
yeah,
right.
we dominated as well. But
Okay. So now you finished your last year at Jamaica College.
yeah.
Okay. What's the next step?
Yeah.
What happened? What happened next?
It was always a dream. Like before my second year at Jamaica College finished, it was just college.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I wanted to play ball. I knew I wanted to play soccer.
Yep.
You know.
And you were still going through the school system to for a backup, just to finish it off in case.
I wanted to play pro back home,
Mm-hmm.
which would be the Premier League
Yep.
back home
Ah,
and stuff. But
yeah.
again, my mom,
Yeah.
you need to get that degree.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna override that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm with
Absolutely.
my parents and stuff. So
Absolutely.
spoke about that, and so I took playing pro. And before that, when I was in my second year at Jamaica College, I used to after the Manning Cup season. So season finishes in November, December, January, February. That's when the Premier League season is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be training with Premier League team.
Really?
Yeah, so I was with Harborview for maybe a month.
Wow.
I was with the Harborview
Yep.
FC.
So you were pushing for it, man.
Yeah, I was with
going out there and.
I was playing. I was under the coach of Bibi Gardner.
Yep.
Yeah, Ricardo Gardner. I was there with him, and he liked me. I was playing right back for Harborview and stuff. but I wasn't like in the first team because I didn't, you know.
Yeah.
And then it came down to
What they
you're
gonna do?
valuable. You're valuable, so you're gonna have to
Oh.
sign a contract. And I was like, yo, nah, because if you
Yeah.
do that, you're gonna mess up everything we need to come to college, right?
Mhm.
You know, so we took that off my mind and stuff.
Dang.
Stopped playing for like Harborview, where I was just home. I was just playing. So I started playing amateur league, which is like a second tier. I was always playing for Ligani FC,
Mhm.
and that's ran under Darren Virtue, right? Their brothers, Darren Virtue and Andre Virtue.
Okay.
You know, they're the CEOs of like the CEO, or Andre Virtue is the CEO of Ballers Academy, which is Ligani's first team. You know,
Okay.
so I was there with them. I was just playing the second tier, and which is called a Super League back in Jamaica. So that was just my maintaining my shape, fitness, and all of that.
Mhm.
Just because I didn't have to pay or get paid or anything or
Mhm.
sign a contract,
Yep.
it was an amateur league.
Absolutely.
So it was a choice for me to do that because my mom wants me to finish school, and
Mhm.
I have to protect that.
Yep.
That step, I had to just make sure it was laid out perfectly
Yep.
for me to go on.
Absolutely.
So I was playing with Ligani and stuff.
It
Great.
takes some balls to reject a contract, man.
Yeah.
It takes some. How did that feel, man? Having to
Man,
be
it was
like, nah,
it was
I can't.
tough. Trust me, it was tough.
know?
Like, and then at that time under Ricardo Gardner, man,
Yeah.
I had a lot of confidence with him.
Yep.
Like he was always behind my back and talking to
Wow.
me and helping me and understand the game some
Mhm.
more, giving me some of his knowledge.
Mhm,
He
mhm.
was a left back, so he knew that wing back role and stuff. So it was good until like
You
I
have
had to
to
say,
yeah,
yo,
until you have to be like,
my
no.
mom this and that, and so I had to choose there.
Yep.
And then I was just with Ligani, and I really enjoyed Ligani,
Mhm.
because it was like a crop of good players as well, and it was like competitive football as well,
Mhm.
and it's just second tier back home, right? So I was there and everything. Now it's reached the summer where I need to make a decision to come here, and like my videos and stuff were made, sent out.
Mhm.
I was trying. Andre Virtue was like my mentor throughout everything there. When I met him, my first year at Jamaica College, I knew that this guy has something where you're gonna have to,
Yep.
he's gonna be with you. Him and his brother Darren
Mhm.
Virtue. So I was there with them and played for. I committed to playing for him, which is Ligani United. So I
Mhm.
just knew that he's gonna be there with me. And time for decision now, college. So obviously there was options back home, University of West Indies,
Mhm.
UTEC.
Yep.
But at the same time, I wanted to play ball,
Exactly.
and you can't play ball. If you're gonna play in college back home, it's like if you're gonna play in high school, your class versus the next
Yep.
class.
Yep. Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
In the Caribbean, it's just not like that.
Yeah, it's just not that. It's just either you're going to play pro
Yep,
first or second
exactly.
tier, or
Either you
whatever.
play soccer, like competitively,
Yeah,
and
or
wanna
you
push
just go
for
to
it,
school.
Or just go to school. Yeah, it's not like that, man. US is unique, man.
So
Yep. So what happened after that? You were deciding.
I was
what's going
deciding
on.
whether or not, after making my videos and helping with Darren Virtue putting out like
The highlight-
videos,
yeah, the
highlight
highlight
videos, and putting in words for me. I had a lot of good offers coming
Really?
in and everything. This was 2020 now.
Yep.
Boom, COVID.
Oh man, I even forgot about COVID.
Boom, COVID came in,
Oh,
man.
my
COVID
goodness.
stopped everything for a good year. Man.
Yeah.
So I was out of school for one whole year. Nothing. I was just at Ligani working alongside with Andre Virtue, and I was just training, playing soccer. COVID came, everything was locked down and stuff. I was just home, sitting, nothing.
Damn, man.
COVID. Like, COVID freed up a little bit. I remember 2020 spring was when the NCAA reopened
Yeah. Yeah.
here
Mhm.
and started to like have those conversations
Again,
like
yeah,
rebirth.
Okay. So it was like the same schools, and then
Yeah, same schools,
Okay.
like rebirth conversations. The coaches, this coach got laid off.
Oh.
This coach,
No.
we don't have enough scholarship right now
Yeah.
because of COVID and the budget is small.
Yep.
This coach again, oh man, the soccer program has cut. Now I'm like,
Oh
what
my
am
god.
I going to do, man?
Yeah, bro.
I need to go to play some type
Somewhere,
of
yeah.
football
Yep.
with school,
Mhm.
so during that time I was just like, I didn't know what to do, so it was really bothering me, And it got to a point where I just like, yo, forget about it, man. So I was just relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, my mom was cool with me, just like I was taking the gap year because obviously it was COVID.
Yeah, it's
so
COVID. There's nothing
it's
you,
COVID.
you
It's like
can
nothing
really
you can do
Yeah.
right now, you
Yeah.
know. But I still had the option to go to school in Jamaica. I had started signing up, got accepted at University of West Indies.
Okay.
And yeah,
Wow.
yeah, got accepted at school and stuff because I had good grades back home and stuff. Like, school was not a problem for me, you know? And I told my mom that, okay, I'm going to just take a flight. So I took a flight and I was with my sister in Chicago for like 5 months. You know, I was there in Chicago and I got a message while there from Wilmington University here in Delaware. And maybe 2-3 weeks into that conversation and stuff, knowing what they could offer and all that, I had the conversation with my mom, my dad, you know, Andre Virtue specifically, because he knew what was best for me at that time, and my sister and stuff. So at that time, had that conversation with the Wilmington University, and I just committed there. And I committed there when I was in the U.S. here in Chicago, and signed the papers and everything.
Yep.
And I got that done. And
Was that like a D1,
D2.
D2
So they're a
program?
Division 2 program in Wilmington, Delaware. And so that's where I started.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was it, you know, moving into like the college atmosphere now?
Oh
you know,
my
because
God,
it's different, man.
It's really different.
You
But I
know?
mean, Division 2s are small. Population about 2,000-3,000. That's it. You know.
Yep.
So Wilmington was one of those small, especially because it's in Delaware. It's like one of them far places, you know. And I really I smashed my first year there. Like,
Really? Still playing on the wing, right?
I killed it. I was right back.
Right
so
back. Okay,
so
sorry.
now, over those years, coming from the U17s, I'm just a right back.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
okay.
just a right back.
You
So
stayed
I'm
right
sticking to my wing back position, right? Because I know I can dominate that and stuff. So I was there and smashed my first year. Like, started all games, played most minutes, got all conference, made first team, rookie of the year for the conference. It was just, I would say that year in soccer, which is 2021, was the best soccer I've played.
Really?
Yeah. For me,
Yep.
I think it was, I finished that season with 10 assists and a goal and 2 goals.
Wow, man. That's
10 assists and
10
2 goals
assists?
in my first freshman season in college in the United States.
Oh my gosh, that's impressive, bro.
Yeah, that's very good. So my conference is like New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Delaware.
Okay.
That's my
Yeah.
that's my conference. And like, coaches was like,
Oh, is
right back,
Yeah.
rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, usually rookie of the years are like people who come in like, and you were like a striker.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, giving the
Strikers,
buzz.
maybe wingers and stuff.
I'm a right back, and they were like, no, you know. That first season I had offers from
Wow.
University of Delaware, which is our neighboring too, but it was like D1. I had offers from St. John's,
Wow.
UConn. They're like, all right, we want to take you in right now. Like, you smashed that first season.
Just off that one season?
I mean, yeah. And then, like, I'm going to be honest with myself, right? At that level, I think I was...
Oh, you was higher than that level?
I won't say I was higher, but I was a cut above the rest.
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
Like,
Because
it could have showed as well.
Yeah,
You know, I've been
absolutely.
playing
at a
before.
high level for a long time.
And then I had, like, good teammates around me as well at Wilmington.
Yeah.
I had, like, 3 or 4 Jamaicans as well.
Oh.
Yes, that committed to that school. We were playing that first
Okay.
season as well.
Yep.
So like
And
how I
yeah.
play and how we play and how we can get wins, it was
It was
you know,
just
it was
flowing.
in an era.
Wow.
Wilmington University is a dominant college in that conference.
Mm-hmm.
So like over the past maybe 5-6 years, Wilmington has always been like a first or second. We're finishing in the conference and stuff, you know. So
Nice,
it's like,
man.
you know, so
You know?
stepping up there and
Yep.
making that conference team, making that
Yep.
third team.
It became apparent, man, that you were just not meant to be there. You're meant to
Yeah,
be,
yeah.
you know. So what
So,
happened after that, man?
I mean, it
All
came-
those offers and stuff.
Yeah, it came to a decision where I had my last meeting with my coach, and he was like, "Right, we need you to stay. Just give me 2 years. Just 2 years. We're going for the conference trophy, or because that first year we went to the national round. We went to the national run and lost in
Wow.
our first round.
Yep.
Yeah, so we were in that final 32 teams were in the whole nation, U.S. And we went to that in that year 2021. So we were there at the national, and my coach, I was with my coach, and he's saying that, yo, let's give us one more year. Rookie of the year and getting 10 assists, double figure assists as a right back, bro. You have so much more to give next year. Yeah. I wanted to be in that environment as well, so I was like, now with you going to a D1 is like they tell you or they talk to you, but they don't tell you what they're gonna offer you.
Yeah.
Unless you're in a transfer portal.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're in a transfer portal, you can see or you can talk to the coaches to say,
negotiate.
Negotiate.
See,
if you're not in the transfer portal, you can't talk. It's against the NCAA rules, so you can't talk. So I wasn't knowledgeable of what I was gonna get.
Yeah. And what
what
you
am
had
I
to
gonna
do,
what am I gonna have to do, like if I'm gonna have to find a place to live, if I'm gonna be
Yeah.
if I have to pay for school, so it was just words.
So many like
them,
unknown factors
for them. So I was like, all right. And then taking into consideration, I had to, if I had gone into the transfer portal at that time, you lose. It's like you're signing off a contract. So once you've made that transition into the transfer portal, it's like signing off your contract. So I would lose my scholarship at Wilmington University. Oof. So I was on calls for days, man.
Yeah. Trying
to figure out what am I gonna do, Finished my second year as well, all conference, first team. I just didn't get as much assists. Like I got 6 my last year, and then.
But you were still buzzing, doing.
Yeah, we were still buzzing.
Really
we still went to the conference finals. We lost in the conference final. So and we didn't. If you lose in the conference finals, you're not gonna make it to the national tournament. Yeah. So we won last year, so that's why we had that bid. So this year we didn't. 2021, 2022/2022. Yeah. So we had that era, and then the season ended. So it was two seasons that good. So I had 2 years of great highlights. Great accomplishments.
Nice.
That's 2 years of college.
Yep.
And that's D2, all right? Second level to the highest in college here. And then I was like, yeah, it's time to go. So this was the time where I'm going to say I'm going to risk it all. Because I knew that, like, I had the opportunity.
Yep. And you have the footage and all of the stats
to back it up. I had the opportunity to make the move to Division 1. And this is where you need to be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
To myself. I'm saying that to myself, obviously. I didn't have the luxury of like other players who just went straight into D1s through their academies and stuff, or their Americans and stuff. So I knew I watched D1s and watched D1 games and stuff, and I knew like, I can do that. But there's so much factors that come in differently.
Absolutely.
It's not just what you see, Went into the transfer portal this November. This November 2022, yeah.
Oh, so that's recent, man.
Yeah.
Recent.
So it's 2 years. So I skipped out 2021, which was that gap year.
Yep.
No, 2020, which was that gap year.
Yeah.
Started 2021, played 1 season there. 2022 played my second season, and now the season finished in December. Yeah. And I was like, all right, this is the time
that's
to
just
move.
fairly recent. Okay.
Yeah. Time to move into this era where, D1.
Yep. Like, okay, so you went into the transfer portal, and what happened?
Like, I was there, just waiting.
How long did you wait there?
I was waiting there for months, man. So this is December. Yeah. No, November I went in there.
Okay.
Because we didn't go to the national, so we didn't play until so it was like late November, December there. So I was there for like January, February, November, December, January.
Yep.
Right. So I was there and have made videos, different films as well. I have my video up on YouTube. Through that month, December, I sent out maybe 50 emails, man. So much emails to schools, man.
Absolutely.
To the soccer programs, man, just to see me. And I was wondering, like, before I started, like, just really going in and sending the emails, I was wondering why I wasn't getting any responses or any emails. Like, when you're in a transfer portal, You got email, you got your phone number and stuff.
Oh, so and then people are looking in there. So
Yeah, and
you're wondering
coaches
what's
are
up.
in the transfer portal,
Yep.
you know. And I was wondering, I was like, nah, man. For my accomplishments, I think I
Yeah.
at least should have gotten like 2 people,
Yep.
reached out. And I was there, and by sending out my emails, I got like people coming back to me, responding back to me, and
Yep.
saying, okay, this is what we have, blah, blah, blah. So I was there just taking those emails into consideration, who has responded to me. So I would say, UConn, Lehigh,
Yep.
Dayton,
Okay.
Memphis, Michigan.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so it was like, it was good top teams.
Yeah.
You had some lower D1 teams as well. And then I got a call from one of my Jamaican coaches, and he was like,
Wait, Jamaican national team coaches or like?
nah, he was like a high school coach.
Okay.
He was a high school coach, and he's texted me. He called me, and he was like, the University of South Florida has been trying to email you, and you are, because USF doesn't deal with like phone calls, so it's all emails.
Okay.
Right? And he was like, you were not responding to their emails. Like, why would I not respond?
Yeah.
So yeah, we chit chat about that, and he gave me the phone number for the USF coach.
Yep. How did he know you? You know, what did they contact him?
Yeah, so they contacted him because it was my past high school. It was Jamaica College.
Yeah.
So they
Jamaica
so
College,
they contacted the Jamaica College coach and was like,
to see what's up.
Richard,
Yeah.
what's happening to him? He's
Yeah.
not responding. I was like, I didn't see anything. So I was there and on the phone with him, and he said, bro, we've been trying to reach you out for like maybe 3 weeks now.
What?
Yeah. I was like, I'm like, what's your email?
Yeah.
I'll be going through it because at that time I had so much emails to the coaches and stuff. So I'm like, nah, I haven't seen anything. And he was like, what's your email? And I read it down. I was like, yo, your email is wrong on the transfer portal, man.
Oh my God, Richard.
Man,
That's why, man.
I'm
had the
telling
wrong
you,
email
so
address.
many obstacles, man. Like, adversities come my way so much, bro. Like, I've been in the portal from November, and the first time I'm hearing that my email address is incorrect is late January, almost, or maybe February. 2 months. 2 months in, and I'm like, and then for you, how you put yourself in the transfer portal, they give you a form and you write it out and stuff. I know I didn't put my wrong in it because that you have to make sure those stuff are right. So I made sure they're correct.
Yep.
To put me in the position where I need,
Mm-hmm.
Wrong email on the transfer portal. So no contacts from no emails. Maybe my phone number was there and they maybe texted me. But a lot of schools do not do the phone.
Yeah, they don't do the phone.
The phone because they have the system through whoever they reach out to, you know. And that's what he told me. I was like, yo.
Wow.
But anyways, he was like, all right, yeah. This happened, and are you talking to any schools right now? Yeah. So I was like, yeah, we have, and then he was like, this is what we have, or we need to have a conversation and whatever. We're going to, in the next 2 days, we're going to send you a verification of what we have to make sure that this is the package that we have for you and stuff. And then after the week came and stuff, and I saw that package, I was like, yep, sign. I'm like, I'm not even going to wait. I am not even going to wait on anything else. I'm like, yeah, I'm ready.
Wow.
I am ready to come in. This was like maybe February, early February, mid-February.
Okay. Yep.
I was like, yeah, I'm ready to come in. And my dream or my target was to make that move January.
Yeah.
So I wanted to move out of Wilmington like the December and just move into spring, But no emails, nothing from anybody, It just took me a longer time. So I had to just stay at Wilmington for that spring and just relax for a bit because no ball and football and stuff. So I had to just prepare myself to make it. So after I signed out and stuff, committed to University of South Florida.
USF,
And that's
where you are now, man.
And that's where I'm at now. So
and so I see you training with Armada, FC. What? How did they hook you up with that?
Yeah. So I, to be honest, I don't really know, but I just got a call from the USF coach telling me that Jackson Armada FC is interested in you. You know, so I think it came through the posting. So they posted me, USF posted me, like, oh, new transfer in, you know, and from then I think that's when maybe he saw, and then he went to his, watch my video and stuff, and then said it to the USF coach, because obviously since Florida and they have connections. So I mean, messaged him or something, and then
so
the coach went to me and told me that, yo, Jackson Armada is interested. He's gonna give you a call or give you a text soon. And then like maybe in a week or so, a weekend, he called me and he was talking to me and was like, this is what we have at this moment. We're Jackson Armada. We are the NPSL team in the, and we were pro, like we are a pro team, but right now we don't have the facility and stuff. So this is where we at now. And he told me that we would love you to come in and stuff and join us for this summer for your preparation for your USF.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so he said that, and all. I knew that it was a professional era. It was a professional team itself. Jackson Armada was a professional team back then.
Absolutely.
They just fell off. Now they're going back into professional team soon, so.
It's a good place to, train and, get ready for the fall, man.
Yeah,
it's coming soon, very, very soon.
Yeah.
By the time this episode comes out, it's already, season already kicking off.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm at USF now, training, get prepared for my season coming up August.
When do they call you guys in for training, for preseason training?
Preseason is the first week of August, maybe the second. But
so it's like fairly soon,
fairly soon. Right now we're just training with our captains and stuff, and just getting familiar with everybody, getting used to the weather, the field, and stuff.
Absolutely.
So it's just a process.
Wow, man.
I would say preparation, everything is just on point right now.
Yeah.
Few weeks in the blink of an eye.
It's go time, man.
I'll be playing against some big teams, man.
This is your time.
What I dreamt of, man. Just to be in the era of Division 1. All my games are gonna be televised, so now it's time to ball out. Show why you decided to drop soccer, to drop track, and just continue the soccer.
It's USF. Wow. So USF. I mean, I'm gonna be coming to see some games. So I want to see you play now, bro. You got me hyped up for this season. I gotta come show some love. You know what I mean? So you'll see me for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Wow, man. But it's been a really, really good talk, man. I really appreciate you coming on and giving your story and giving your journey so far. And we wish you the best of luck with everything.
Yeah. Definitely.
Final words, man. Is there any advice you would like to give any player who's in Jamaica? Or anywhere in the Caribbean, St. Lucia, Trinidad, wherever, you name it, that's trying to go pro.
Yeah.
Or trying to make it to the next level, trying to make it to the U.S. Is there any advice you'd like to give them?
I would say, like, everything is a start, right? And that moment when you make your mind up, or you go through what you would call your childhood, or all that process with your mentors, your coaches, God himself, your parents. When you make that decision that this is where you want to start, or this is where you want to go, that's when you're going to have to buckle up your shoes and work for that goal.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot of children or a lot of players back in the Caribbean who maybe don't have the luxury of just putting themselves out there, but they're talented.
Absolutely, bro. I know, man. I understand that.
Yeah, man. You're talented, but your talent is hidden.
Yep.
And when you dominate your start, that's when you're gonna. That's just you in the driver's seat, and you already started driving.
Absolutely.
So it's just you to keep your foot on the pedal and just keep going.
Absolutely, man.
It all starts from when you're young. You are gonna face adversities, man. It's never going to be an easy road. It's never going to be an easy road. But the key to win is to overcome those obstacles.
Especially when you're coming from the Caribbean background, it's hard, man. Like, we have a lot of players who are just talented, but it's just hard for them to find that exposure.
Yeah.
So when you get those opportunities, capitalize on them. And if you feel like they're not coming, keep your head down, keep training, keep putting yourself out there, emailing coaches, just put yourself out there, and then something will happen. And trust in God as well. If
Yeah.
you're a believer, trust in God, and that He has your best interest at heart, and and this
Yeah,
is pretty
another thing as well, like connections, and
Absolutely.
also
Absolutely.
be like communicating. Like, get yourself into situations where you're talking to coaches.
Exactly. You can
You're talking to
showcase
coaches.
yourself.
You're talking to like scouts.
Yep.
Or you get agents around you just to see.
Yep.
Or just to put yourself on the board.
Exactly.
It happens. It might not happen.
Yep. But you never know if you don't try.
You never know.
So try. Well, man, it's been an honor having you on the podcast, man. And a pleasure, man. You came all the way from Tampa to come, share your story. I really appreciate you for coming on the podcast, bro. I am gonna be coming to a game or two, and
man.
don't even ask if you guys, make it to the playoffs. I'm gonna be there just to cheer you on, man. But thank you for coming on the podcast once again and trusting me, bro, to share your story, and
yes,
we'll connect soon. Bro.
Yes,